There comes a helicopter. What we're taking to Vumbura Plains. We are on the way to Vumbura Plains from Mombo, and just look at this view. I'm sure the next 45 minutes are gonna fly by, quite literally. It's just incredible how remote and vast the Okavango Delta is. Absolutely crazy. I could have never imagined that places as remote as this still exist on our planet. There is no sign of civilization as far as I can see. Just vast floodplains. Nice to meet you, Cabo. I'm Suyash.
Suyash?
Yes.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to Vumbura. Tarini?
Yes.
Tarini?
What
Nice
a-
to meet you.
You see that gentleman, true gentleman. He took off his hat to meet the lady. I like that.
Yes,
I like
yes,
that.
yes, there you go. Okay, so can I offer you some drinks? I do have assorted drinks there, soft drinks. Anything to drink?
How long is camp from here?
Just 5 minutes from here.
Nah, then we're good. Then we're
Okay.
good.
All
Yeah.
right, just to welcome you.
Coming to Vumbura, it is incredible to see how much more water there is in this area. It feels like we are at the heart of the Okavango Delta. Our first sight was quite intimidating. We found an elephant carcass surrounded by vultures and storks. Our guide Cabo told us that the elephant died due to natural causes. He even told us that the hyenas came last night and ate through the front part of the body and even snipped the tail. Tried ripping open the elephant but could not get through its thick skin. Cabo guessed that the smell of the carcass would follow downstream and attract crocodiles late at night, which would be absolutely insane to see. But for now, it was quite interesting to observe the interaction between different species of birds that were here feeding on the carcass, such as this vulture and the marabou stork. Cabo also shared something very interesting about these storks.
Marabou stocks. Talking of beside that cooling mechanism, which is the sac that they inflate, they can also sometimes use the urine or they pee on their legs as a cooling mechanism. So the white that you see on the legs is just the acidity that they get from the food. Obviously, the urine is contaminated from acids. Yeah.
Wow. So all of them have sacs, right?
All of them. All of them, they have sacs.
But only some decide
They
to...
just, some depending from how the body reacts from the temperatures. That's when one will feel like,
lions.
attacking.
At one point, a lion showed up from nowhere. But it probably knew that it could not rip open the elephant carcass and disappeared back into the bush. For the next 4 days, we are staying at the beautiful Vumbura Plains Camp by Wilderness. And it is incredibly beautiful. Vumbura is a water-based camp set on a beautiful lagoon with panoramic views of the delta. And the whole camp has such an amazing, airy and open feel to it. I love taking outdoor showers, and this had to be one of the best ever. Before heading out for the afternoon drive, we spent some time at the camp marveling at its architecture and taking in the sweeping views of the delta. We even got to see how Vumbura helps locals earn a livelihood through handicraft workshops such as this. Not too far from the carcass, we saw a very rare bird, the malachite kingfisher. Cabo told us that birders from all over the globe come to the Okavango Delta looking for this bird, so we are quite lucky to have seen it on our very first drive.
Oh, turning. Oh, you missed it. Oh.
It's got something.
Oh. That was fast.
Yeah, literally split second. Got it.
That was less than a second that it ate.
It is. There's a smaller one. The smaller one doesn't grow high. It grows shorter. And the branches, they tend to spread out. But this one grows high. And when it dries, it rattles. So it's called rattle pod. Yeah. It makes the area to look beautiful, huh? With a nice yellow. Yeah. When that dries, you hear the sound. If you go through here, you hear rattles.
Must make it difficult for the predators to hunt like that then.
Yeah, they have to be very smart when walking through here because they have to negotiate their way through. Yeah. It's a good time. This is a time of season where you see different flowers, different beautiful flowers, purple, orange, red.
Next up was a troop of baboons. It was really cool to observe their behavior and at times a little uncomfortable.
Wes, where do we start, Wes? Yeah, so this is one of the bigger trips that we have in the area. Vumbura is one of the areas where you see lots of baboons. So this time of the season, they are the happiest because there's more of resources in terms of food. So there's a lot. Dry season, we still have other, food sources like your fruits. They'll still go for grasses, but this time of the season, it's one thing interesting about them is that they'll go for those baby impalas, which is very interesting because they kind of like friends with the impalas because they're all preyed upon by the same predators. But come a breeding time, which is the time that impalas are dropping their young ones, baboons, they tend to become enemies to impalas because they'll take those little ones, especially fully grown males. So those are the ones that will target, the babies. So, but yeah, they'll go for the omnivores. They'll go for grasses, tubers, fruits, insects. So almost everything. So they don't have choice. They'll go for. They have variety. Yeah.
Cool, that was great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
It happens, maybe leopard tries to get them, they can hop from one branch to another, get to different trees, to avoid being cornered by predators, particularly leopards. Yeah.
As the sun was beginning to go down, Cabo found a beautiful spot for our sundowner drinks. He set up the safari bar on one side while I spent some time filming and photographing red lechways walking around the floodplains on the other side. After some time, we decided to put our cameras down to enjoy the drinks and take in the sunset. Our first day in Vumbura was simply magical, and driving back to the camp in the dark felt incredible.
Barely see the eyes of one.
We even stopped to take in the sounds of the night, which were beautiful and deafening at the same time. Back at camp, we were welcomed by an outdoor dinner and bonfire along with a beautiful performance by the camp staff.
Beautiful Africa, 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 we shall never forget. Beautiful Africa. Butterfly, belle, 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 sabumbu, belle.
Well done!
Walking to the room after dinner, we came across a hippo, which was quite intimidating. But we also saw a cute spring hare. Near the room, we saw a red lechwe that seemed to have been attacked by lions. You could literally see it bleeding. All this reminded us how remote and wild Vumbura really is. Let's see what this place has in store for us tomorrow. Stay tuned and make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out. See you soon.